Hey, Brett from PBCProductions.com here, and we're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today for Vgxpo 2007. We're going to be playing some new games, talking to some gamers, and checking out the documentary on violence in video games called Moral Kombat. And it's even rumored that Jack Thompson might be here today. Let's check it out.
Network is basically a family of video game sites and video game publications. Today we are giving out gamer tags, so basically promoting 1UP Network and in the gaming community that we have. So you can put your little 1UP username on there, and we're having a 1UP user meetup today, White Elephant style, giving away t-shirts and issues of EGM and GFW.
Signature one says, left hand on your neighbor's butt. Nice.
All right, I'm here with Joe from GamerVision.com. Joe, could you just talk to me about GamerVision a little bit?
Absolutely. GamerVision.com is a social networking site for video gamers where gamers can write their own blogs, news, reviews, and share it with the community. We're all big gamers. I'm a big fan of the PS3.
Give me like a 5-second argument for the PS3.
It's quiet.
In 2002 and 2003, I went to the Philly Classic, which was a kind of like an early version of the Vgxpo. It was more like a collector's convention. It was kind of funny because they have all the arcade machines were still set up, but it was more like, you know, game dealers. Like I see a couple over there, and like their special guest was Sidney Morgan from Tron.
Well, I was involved with Philly Classic as a vendor, and then the guys who founded that show decided that doing classic games exclusively were very, very hard to kind of create a revenue model from, and so they stopped doing that show, and I took over this market space with Vgxpo. The first year we did 3 shows, one in Dallas, Washington, and Philly. The Dallas and Washington shows were really small, kind of getting our feet wet, and the first Philly show was a small event that we co-located with an NBC show. Then last year, Valley Forge, we did a modest event. We had about 5,500 attendees in our gate. This year, well, I haven't looked at our gate numbers, but I know we're doing pretty well. I mean, the show obviously is bigger in attendance, and the show floor is a lot bigger. We're really happy with that.
Okay, so we're here with Zack Ward, star of Uwe Boll's new film Postal, and also attained cult status from shows like Titus and movies like A Christmas Story. Zack, if you could start out by telling us the character that you play in Postal and a little bit about the movie and your character.
Okay, my character is a down-and-out ex-postal worker whose life sucks, and he ends up snapping and going, Postal, huh? Yeah. I had never heard of the game before in my life, and when I got the part, the script was put together, and then I played the game, and I saw where the similarities were, and I tried to put little things in there that would maintain the continuity of the character from the game over to the film, but in a first-person shooter, unless you're looking in the mirror, you're not really seeing anything, so I was like, screw it, just make it funny.
What was it like working for Uwe?
Entertaining. Very entertaining. Uwe's a great guy. I love him dearly. He's a sweetheart. He's a crazy little German, and his style of directing is yeah, okay, this is good. We go here, we go there. All right, shoot! All right, go, we're done now. Okay, we go now. I'm not here for pretty pictures. We shoot it. And that's sick. Yeah, do a scene again, but faster. But if you sit your ass down and pay me back for all the years of love I gave you as a Christmas Story bully icon every year, goddammit, didn't get a dime, you sit your little rump down in the theater on the opening weekend, you will change my life. Because then they'll say, Zack Ward can open a movie. And now, I get to eat for the rest of my life. And then they're like, hey, Mr. Ward, we got movie deals for you. Like, a movie deal? That sounds awesome. So then I can knock Ashton Kutcher out of that top spot. Because I know how much y'all love Ashton Kutcher.
They have rock band here, so I have to say I'm kind of a rock band junkie.
This rock band thing is pretty awesome.
Rock Band is really cool. All the show managers are going to get together later and we're going to play. I love innovative games. Guitar Hero was fantastic. Rock Band just kicks. It really kicks butt.
What is Gameplay HD?
Gameplay HD is a 24-hour video games channel. We're part of the Boom Networks. there's going to be a point where everything is in HD, and we're just getting a little head start on that. Basically what MTV was doing for music, we're trying to do for video games.
What brings you to Vgxpo?
I'm just checking out what's happening, you know, getting some old retro games, you know.
Bad ones, right?
Oh, mostly bad ones, of course.
Does it pain you to really have to come and buy bad games and then go home and spend hours playing them?
Yeah, it would be kind of nice to play some good ones every now and then.
James and I went to college together. He went for film, I went for animation, and I just like to draw comics. So when he started this whole Angry Nerd thing, I just started drawing the title cards for it.
Have you been approached by fans today and yesterday?
Yeah, I've sort of been trying to go like undercover, but you know, it's cool. You know, it happens. You know, if you see me and you recognize me, you know, feel free to come up and you know talk to me.
You're opening a floodgate there, James. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
So we just got finished watching the documentary Moral Kombat, a film about video games and violence. Very even-handed account, presents both sides of the issue pretty fairly, and every gamer should check it out. After the film was done being shown, there was a forum between two of the film's main players, Lorne Lanning and Jack Thompson. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bring our camera in. However, we did catch up with both Lorne and Jack afterwards to hear their thoughts on the film.
Well, I think Spencer Halpin saw that there was a lot of public concern. You know, obviously millions of people are playing video games, and he said, why does this issue keep coming up, video games and violence? And so he decided to make a film on it. And his brother was in the industry, and he felt like, you know, there was some unique insights there. So he set out to make that film, and I think he did a pretty amazing job.
And I think one of the cool things about the documentary is that there is a lot of shared concern on both sides of the issue about all of these things. I mean, I'm a lawyer who, upon becoming a lawyer, took an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. I have a special responsibility then, legally, not to act as if there isn't a First Amendment. But the First Amendment also includes the phrase of the right of the people to petition their government for a redress of grievances.
We believe it's just really important that people are responsible with their media, you know, in all forms. The news, like, we could have the country of the most brilliant minds, every one of us, but if we're getting misinformed, we're going to make the worst decisions. What Jack Thompson would like people to believe is that he's on a holy crusade for the benefit of our kids. I don't believe that for a second. I believe he's on a personal crusade.
What was it like, metaphorically speaking, to step into the lion's den today?
You know, maybe I'm a masochist. It's invigorating. Someone once said nothing's more invigorating than being shot at and missed. That didn't happen here today, obviously.
I think it's really important for us to have a discussion about important topics like this. And when you look at the fact there are two sides to the story and they need to be told. And I hope to continue that dialogue, and I hope that this helps us, you know, come to a mutual respect for both sides. Well, the big thing, the next draw is, I mean, we got a lot of hardware players from the PC side, right? And that was huge for us this year. And as well as, you know, we got the Ziff Davis 1UP boot behind us and a lot of other vendors that just weren't here in the past. What's our next step? Developers from the console side. And bringing in the console hardware manufacturers too.
So you guys said you would definitely come back next year then?
Absolutely, yeah.
Philadelphia for me is important because it's a central East Coast location. Is that the ultimate and only destination that we're going to be at? I'm not sure. I know we'll have more events and VGX will continue to grow, and I just look forward to the future.
See the damn movie, I kick your ass.
You heard it here. See the damn movie or Zack Ward will kick your ass.